Okay, is there sound now? Right, hopefully there's sound now, but I don't know if we are up and running. It looks as if it's working okay just now. Right, I'm going to jump over to the chat area. I've not even kind of posted in a Telegram group that I'm live, because I shut everything down about 3 times and then tried to get it started. Then I've done a search through the computer, just cleaning up old files and stuff like that, just to see if that was something to do with that. But Telegram, if somebody is in a Telegram, let the Telegram group know, in the premium group and in the kind of free group, let them know as well that I'm kind of live just now. Not that anybody's going to be on, I don't know if anybody's going to be on, but I'll just check. Check just now, because I am an hour and a half later than normal, and I've not got even all the news stories up. And 1 second, I will not take that. So it's not going well this morning. Right, Telegram group still not up and running. The whole system is going really slow just now. Right, I'm going to jump over to the chat area. Just now, I'll just let everybody know I'm live. Live just now. Don't even know if it's going to work. Right, sorry about this. If you can bear with me, if you don't want to, I totally understand. I wasn't going to go live, but I was determined to get to get this sorted. Live. What the hell? Right, we'll see. Forward message. I'll put that in the crypto group. Right, okay, we've got a couple of people in, so I'm just going to jump over and we can just chat about whatever comes up. Right, so I'll jump over just now. We'll go over to the chat area. So I don't know who's in just now. If you're in at the moment, just say your name again. I know a lot of people were kind of in at the time. Benton Taylor, oh my God, thank you, Steve. Litecoin, woo, excellent. So I've seen that Litecoin. It went as predicted. Went up to nearly touched the $40. Like I said, I thought it was going to go from $33 to $40, come back down a wee bit, and then go back up. And I think it's going to double in 3 or 4 weeks. To about $60, $70. And that was my kind of prediction. That was a kind of call of the day. I think it was a call of the day for Litecoin as well. But a lot of people kind of got out of it because they thought it was going to go down. But it didn't go down. It went up as predicted. So there it is just now. This is a dollar value. So it kind of touched here. Didn't quite fill the cup and handle of $40.14. But might still well do that today and even go past that. So we'll need to wait and see kind of what happens there as well. So that was a good-ish call. I'm still thinking it should go up further than this today, and then possibly come back down and then shoot back up over the next 3 or 4 weeks. So if you got in on that call, well done. Congratulations to you. Really chuffed for you. So that was good to see. Who else is in? Danny Phoenix. Saying no sound, hopefully we've fixed that. Gareth Passage is in. Keg is in. Good morning to you, and thanks for the donation. Keg, really appreciate it. Howdy. Yeah, got sound. High Plains Drifted, brilliant. Brundle 25, Mark Innes. Litecoin Pump. Dom. Morning, Steve. Glad to see you got it working. Yeah, and as I said, I'm not really bothered about going live. I'm not that egotistical about just kind of being on live. Just because I wanted to get the software sorted. And fixed. I was determined to get it fixed instead of leaving it for a day and getting on with work. So I got it fixed after an hour and a half. BTT dump, yes, BTT is dumped. It's a pain in the arse. So I need to have a look at that as well. So it looks like I'm going to have to get out of BTT. So that kind of started dumping yesterday. I don't know where it is just now. We'll just check it just now. And I got in a BTT at 26. I should have got out at 30 when I reached 30, but I didn't. These things can happen. Let's see. just have a look at what's happening with Binance. Computer's really slow just now. I'm just going to do, after this, I'm going to check everything just to make sure I've got rid of old files and stuff like that. BTC. BTT is currently at 24. So the ratio is about 2 to 1 to sell. So I'll probably need to get out 24. What we've got just now, yeah, I think it's 24. I'm just going to get out 24. It's going down just now, though it's going back up. I'm just going to check. So if the buy's coming at 24 and that goes up, I'll think about staying in. But going by the order books, it looks as if it's going to fall again. But there's been huge sales. I mean, massive sales. And something fishy about that. I know people could invest up to 20,000, and I think 20,000 got you about 150 million if you're able to invest that much. But there's kind of sales going through 75 million, 100 million. There's something kind of fishy about this, and I don't know what it is. So if you look at the buy orders here, 87.5 million to buy at 24. 87,500,000 is 21 Bitcoin. So this is obviously the same person. 87.5 million, 87.5 million again, 87.5 million, 39 million. I don't know, there's something fishy here and I don't quite know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm just getting a kind of funny feeling, but we'll see. We'll see if this kind of, the buy orders at 24 go down to maybe 200 million. I'm going to have to put the sell order in at 24 Satoshi and just lose a couple $100. But this, I don't know. It's just the order books are kind of strange to me. Then it might go up. It might go up again. I don't know. But we'll need to wait and see. Okay, who's the tops in Binance? As I say, this is not the normal kind of looking at the markets kind of live, because I've just managed to get live. ADX has done brilliant. GTO has kind of gone up. HC Hypercash has kind of gone up as well. It should have been called as well last week. Litecoin, I've managed to call that as well, and hopefully that is going to go up much more over the next couple of weeks as well. I see that. So that's the daily. That kind of crossed over at 784,000 and kind of called it around about, I think it was 990,000 I called it. So we've got a good 10% gain so far, at least, and I think there's more to come. Just my opinion on that. Store J has gone back up. That's after the pump and dump, which usually happens. So there's a pump and dump here, kind of came right back down, and then it started to go up, back up again. So it kind of puts it at the front of people's minds. That's why pump and dumps are good. Not good, but pump and dumps are part of the kind of crypto ecosystem. So I don't see, I'm not as bothered about pump and dump groups as other people are. I think they're just a natural part of the ecosystem, just like in life. So that's what's happening just now. So if you've got any questions or you want me to look at anything, just give me a wee shout. Steve, which UK exchanges are best for off-ramps? Which UK exchanges are best for off-ramps? Right, Danny, let me know what you mean by that. Ross Davison is in the house as well. Good morning to you. 22 people watching, so we have got a couple of people in. Right, okay, so just take a look at the markets overall, see what's happening. Very quick, so this will be a quick one, and this won't be as long. I've got another live to do on the other side of the business. So we have 113 billion market capitalization, up slightly, up about 1%. Bitcoin dominance is coming down to 53.1%, and Bitcoin is going up in price, 3,433 aggregated across all exchanges. Quant is up over the last 24 hours, 38%. Hypercash 22, Veritasium, Wax, Litecoin, Power Ledger, PibX, they're all up. In the green, we've got about 70% in the green and 30% in the red. Hollow is down 4.72%, not that much, to be honest, there's not that many. So I'll probably say there's about 25%, 25, 75. So markets overall are looking okay. We'll just have a look at kind of what's been happening overall in the wider market instead of just the top 100. We'll have a look at that and see what's happening there. We'll go to 24 hour. So this is volume over 100k over the last 24 hours. ADX, obviously, Evencoin, Gifto, Sky.info, IG token, Airwire, SpendCoin, TOA, all up in double digits. Quite a few in double digits actually. So there's not any crazy 1,000, 10,000% rises on $80 volume. So that's why we just kind of filter that out and just do over 100k volume. 7 days, so we'll look at that. Again, over 100k volume. That Bitcoin B2G is up 297% on the week. No, just ignore that just now. ERC20 over 200%. Twinkle, never heard of it. PopChain, Ormeus Coin. So 4 of them are over 100% increase. Telegram, this was a kind of news story I was really interested in. Telegram's secretive crypto project is now just a few minor changes from launch. So this is a crypto platform and it's going to kind of compete with Ethereum and the likes of kind of EOS, Cardano and kind of Neo and Tron and all those ones as well. It's really going to compete with that. So Telegram's crypto platform is now 20% further along than it was at the end of last year. So according to an investor update cited in the block, is 90% completed. And the most important part, the Telegram virtual machine is reportedly complete. Only minor changes will be necessary. The investor update reads, it will process computations in the same way that Ethereum virtual machine does. So Telegram completed its first pre-sale round about a year ago, followed by a second round in March. Between the 2 rounds, 1.7 billion was raised. So this places high expectations on the platform that is intended to compete with Ethereum, EOS, Tron and the myriad of other smart contract platforms. So testnet is going to be delayed till March. So as the thing with me for this is, for Telegram and the kind of launch of it and kind of tokens coming on, it says here, Gram to be listed on Asian exchanges right away. So, where did it say that? On that note, sources speaking to the blog confirmed that Telegram is actively arranging for Gram to be usable on several crypto exchanges out of the gate. So if this is true, this will mean that almost out of the gate, price discovery can begin. So there's 2.2 billion Gram tokens were sold during the pre-sale for a total of 1.7 billion, which is roughly $1 each, just under $1. This makes the opening price almost $1 per token. The question is, will the platform, which has 200 million users from the start, actually compete with Ethereum? The third-party apps that build on it are what will determine as much, and so far we've not heard much about notable parties with such plans. So this will be interesting. But really what it's going to do out of the gate, if it does go onto the exchanges, Telegram out of the gate, once it does go on, and it's roughly about kind of $1 per token, then it's going to jump straight into number 10 and in kind of top 10 in CMC. So that's what's going to be interesting about this. So we're going to see if this kind of disrupts the whole market or not. And if it's going to be better, are the dApps going to jump over? Are dApps really being used? Are they being kind of adopted just now? We've not really heard of any big kind of dApps that are really being used on kind of Ethereum or any of the other platforms as well. So we're going to have to look at that for the future as well. What's the future of these kind of platforms as well? So I need to wait and see about that. Okay, I'll just see if anybody else has jumped in. Cashing out. I currently use Coinbase, but it's a £100,000 cap. I need to be prepared for the next bull run. I think Coinbase at the moment would be your best bet, but just doing chunks. So you'll have £100,000 cap for I think is it 7 days for Coinbase, within 7 days. So just kind of sell it. You can still sell the likes of BTC and put it into pounds and just keep it in your Coinbase account and just take it out bit by bit like that. So yeah, James Gibbons, good to see you got on live. Steve James is one of our brilliant admins. Thank you very much, James. Yeah, I wasn't going to go live. It was just the fact I was determined to get the software to work. I managed to kind of download a new version and stuff like that and got it up and running. But it just took ages, and I think there's something wrong with my Mac as well. I'm going to clean it up. So I've just bought Clean My Mac, extended the license for that, and I'll clean the Mac up with that. What else is kind of we're looking at? Litecoin still going up, $37, which is excellent. I'm interested in this BTC, obviously, for personal reasons. We'll just have a look. BTT, sorry, not BTC. 619 is going down. So have a look. Right, I'm going to say I've just sold it. I've sold my BTT at 24 Satoshi. I'll probably regret it, but something kind of smells fishy here. Really fishy. And it might jump back up and double up and go up to 100 Satoshi. I just don't know, but looking at the order book, says another 64 million sale. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but something smells dodgy with BTT. So I've just got out the 24 Satoshi. I know I kind of said that it might go back up, but hopefully if you got in at 26, you could have got out at 35 when I kind of recommended it. 31, sorry. But I just want to be honest with you. I'm out, and I've made a loss on that as well. So I'm going to go over to this. Just now, the portfolio. So this is a community portfolio as well, community fund, and my kind of personal kind of portfolio as well. But 5% of it is for the premium community fund as well. So 5% of any profits I make will go into the premium fund. Yeah, this is running really slow. It shouldn't be this slow, to be honest. So something's not right with the Mac. Okay, we've got a few people watching. Right, I don't know about this. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to quickly show you this. Obviously, we're down on the kind of Binance portfolio. It says we've got a loss here of $1,000, but Crypto Compare is reporting some wrong prices here. So self-key is saying is about 0.44. Sorry, it's saying it's 44 Satoshi. When it's not, it's about 76. So this is where we're getting a big, huge price kind of profit loss there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell BitTorrent because I've sold that just now at 24 Satoshi. As I said, I'm probably going to regret that, but something smells fishy, so I'm getting out just now. So sell that. 0.123456 22 at 24 I sold it at, and that will show me a loss. That's per unit. Sell. So we've now got a realized profit still. That's okay. A realized profit of $513. I'll just look at the sold, and we'll refresh that. So that's the portfolio updated, but it could just jump right back up again. It could be somebody who's kind of manipulating this big time, selling it off, and back at 22 it'll just jump and double up. But for the moment I am out. Yeah, so we've got realized profit 513. That is not correct. The profit loss is not correct because of the self-key reporting. So self-key is saying we'll just change that to Bitcoin. If nobody's used Crypto Compare, it's a brilliant one, but sometimes it does report on wrong prices, I have to admit. So I'll just show you what I mean by this. So I'll put this into Bitcoin or Satoshi instead of dollars, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So self-key, yeah, it's saying self-key is currently 25 Satoshi just now, when it's clearly not. Key is sitting at 77 Satoshi. That's why it's reporting a big kind of loss there. So this is the portfolio at the moment. It's not doing all that bad. So yeah, it's saying we've lost 0.2 when we spent 0.3 on it, 0.3 of a Bitcoin. So that's totally wrong there. So I'll just change that back to dollars. So just to let you know, if anybody's been looking at that, because I've made this for the premium group, I've made it public. So I've got about $2,000 to spend on another. This is just my personal one, and everybody else knows what this is about. Okay. BTT good for trading, but BT's CEO called the token useless. BTT CEO called the token useless. Yeah, so we thought it was going to be good for trading, but I don't know if it's being manipulated. I don't know what it is. There's just something fishy about it with all those kind of buys and kind of say the huge. I'm talking about the huge orders at a time. It's clearly the same person when you look at the kind of orders. It's got specific 87.5 million to buy, 87.5 million again, 87.5 million, and then you've got the sell orders as well. But if you're a big fish in this, even if it moves one Satoshi, you could make a couple of Bitcoin at a time. So if you've got 100 million of these, 100 million to buy at the time would probably cost you about $15,000. So this was on the ICO. So 100 million would cost you about $15,000. Now if you've got 100 million and you can buy at 24 Satoshi and you sell at 25, you just made one Bitcoin. You could do that all day kind of long. You could just trade BTT with 100 million, and it's that liquid that you could do that. So it's quite good from that point of view, but just something kind of fishy about it. But I hope it does. If you're still in it, I hope it really does double. And the kind of buy orders are coming in just now. The buy orders will start going back up at 24 Satoshi, so it might double from here. And I've made might have made a huge mistake. But we'll see. But I'll still be able to trade that back. The money I lost, yeah, 24 Satoshi is going back up again. It looks as if it was going to come right back down and go to 23, 24, but it didn't. But it's just one of those ones that I've lost out on. Geez, like if I had a good little run up, thinking of buying next drop. Excellent, that's good. Gath Passage Whale buys at low, goes up 3, then sells, makes a span on those shorts, I think. Yeah. Magpong, good morning to you. I've been trading BTT since the beginning, and there has always been two whales evident all the way through on all the orders. CZ and Justin Sun are on the phone manipulating the market together. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. What was the other news I was going to look at? Yeah, this is kind of a panel of investors, a panel of experts, so-called experts. How can you be an expert in the crypto space? BTC will grow 2%, ADA plus 54%, TRX plus 10%, XRP plus 8% in the next 30 days. This is 30 days, a panel of expert predicts. So Finder.com published the results of a monthly survey sent to a panel of crypto, blockchain and fintech leaders around the world, showing that they have an optimistic but reserved forecast for the immediate future of crypto markets. So it kind of goes on to explain the methodology behind that as well. This is from Ethereum World News. You'll be able to find it on there. So this is what they kind of think is going to happen. So the reports, according to the reports, the team of experts does not predict any significant event that will result in a considerable rise or fall in the prices of these tokens. The market will be relatively stable for almost all cryptocurrencies except Cardano, which is likely to experience a 54% increase if the team's predictions are met. Shelley and the like. So on the other hand, another crypto that will have a significant growth is Tron. Experts think it could grow 10% on average, something that is possible given the expectation that BTT trading, a token that runs on the Tron network, has generated in the market and the efforts of Justin Sun to promote both tokens. Just go back, looks like there was a... Yeah, it's going up. Just bollocks. So yeah, that's what they're predicting. Tron up 10%. XRP they think is going to go up 8%, kind of flat to up. Only two bearish predictions. Market will be stable. The only two cryptocurrencies that had negative predictions were Litecoin with -8% and Monero with -3%. Totally balls that up from the start. Litecoin has just jumped up 10%. So that's how often we should listen to experts. Nobody's an expert in the crypto space. Nobody can predict the future. So, nobody. So that just kind of shows you how much bollocks that is, to be honest. Same with me as well. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me as well. But I just go on the graphs. I just go on what I see. On the short-term TA, I don't go on long-term TA. I don't see the point in doing long-term TA. I don't think history can tell you what's going to happen in the future. But the thing about long-term TA is traders use it. And that's what we have to remember as well. As much as I don't believe in long-term TA, traders use it for support and kind of resistances and stuff like that as well. So we have to pay attention to it. But I don't necessarily think that it is good for kind of thinking about what's going to happen in the future. You can only use short-term TA about what's going to happen in the future. And that's why I like the kind of very short-term TA. The daily kind of charts can tell you a lot. And if you're a trader, that's all you need to know. So we reported the other day, Litecoin, I said, okay, crossed over. I'll go to LTC. I'm just going to show you what I mean here. And a lot of people are going to disagree with me and kind of hate me on this, but I don't. It's just my opinion. LTC, BTC. So the experts said Litecoin is going to fall by 10% in the next 30 days. It's just jumped 10% here. So round about December, it crossed over at 780,000 Satoshi. The crossover is a big indication for me. And I think for me, the crossover is all you need to trade. The crossover is all you need. Now you're thinking, oh, you have to look at the RSI, you have to look at this, you have to look at that. Me personally, I really don't look at the RSI, I don't look at any other indicator, I'll look at the volume sometimes. But for me, it's just the price we're looking at. And this is why the Renko chart is good as well. It's just the kind of price we're going on. Renko chart is good for this, but you can just do the crossover as well. If all you did was trade on a crossover, I think you can't go far wrong. And you put a 5% stop loss, you're going to have more winning trades than you are going to have losing trades. ADX, where did that cross over? It crossed over yesterday, here at 2756. So from 2756, from the crossover, it went up 60%. You could have had a 60% gain. So if you kind of set a stop limit loss, a stop limit kind of sell order for 50% or 40% gain, you could have got out with a 40-50% gain. GTO, you wouldn't have called that because it's just crossing over just now. Litecoin would have called a couple of days ago, well, weeks ago. OST, not so much, wouldn't have called that. Poly. So we're just going to have a look at some of the ones that are in the top movers just now. So you wouldn't have even called some of these just now. Chainlink. Chainlink you would have called ages ago. You would have called it 7,000 and it's kind of since been up to 15,000. You'd have had 100% gain and you would have called it back down here as well, way back before it started. So for me personally, this is all I need. This is all I need, just a crossover. But I can understand about the RSI and other kind of indicators as well. I'm not kind of putting anybody down for using them. I'm just saying that there's no experts in this field. There are no experts in this field, and they can't predict what's going to happen in the future. They can only kind of guess and just using the charts, but not historical. But that's my opinion. BTT is very fishy, I think, with Tron. Yeah. Something up. 1 second. Right, so it's round about this time I start getting calls as well. So I'll need to kind of go. But BTT looks as if it's going to go back up. So it's in at 24 to buy at 930 million. That was down at 100 million. I've sold off now as well. Probably regret it, but hey ho. Does OMG will explode? So low right now. OMG, we need to look at that later on. I'm probably going to go just now. I've got another live to do. PundyX has a new 1-minute video. Steve, check it out. I will check that out, G-Slick. Where is PundyX? I thought that was going to go up as well. I'm disappointed with PundyX. Again, 17.18 looks as if it's going to go down to 16.17, which is a shame. And you get free BTC, ETH and Pundy every day just by logging into the X wallet. I need to check that out. Satoshi Sean, good evening y'all. Okay, first of all, apologies for being late. I'm really late, and apologies for the kind of disorganised way this live has gone. It's just because I was determined to get the software working. Got it working, and just thought I'm just going to do the live anyway. But thank you very much for joining me, really appreciate it. And whatever you're doing for the weekend, have a brilliant weekend. And just watch yourself in the markets as well. and good luck in the markets, whatever you're doing. And I'll probably make a call of the day coming up. I didn't make one yesterday, so I'll make probably a call of the day later on today after I do a live on the other side of the business. And that's it for now. Have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward.